Hello, Jaguar students. It's your friendly neighborhood math teacher, Mr. Allred. Welcome to your first notes video of your 7th grade math school year. It's an exciting time. Today, we're going to talk about absolute value of integers, comparing integers and what they are. Okay, this is the first mini lesson in Unit 1. Unit 1 is about signed numbers, and this will be the first entry in your table of contents. So you're going to put a number 1 in the top right-hand corner of that piece of paper that you're looking at right now. All right. The learning goal today, at the end of the day, you should be able to take a big old check mark and put it right next to that learning goal that says, hey, I can do that. All right. Our learning goal today is being able to define integers and give examples of integers and their opposites. Okay. Remember that we've already watched a notes video about how to do these notes before. I'm just going to show you what they look like again. These are set up like Cornell notes. So you can always fill in extra information on the right-hand side if you think it's important. Maybe you'll get to class tomorrow and we'll do some activities together in small groups and you'll think of something else to add to those notes. And you can always put any other questions that you have on the left-hand side of the notes. Okay. In this classroom, if you don't learn anything else this year, you're going to learn how to take good notes and how that can be beneficial for you and helpful for you in the long run. Okay. The first thing we need to learn before we talk about integers is we need to talk about opposites and what they are. You definitely have opposites in the real world, like good and bad or hot and cold. Those are opposite things. The truth is there's opposite numbers too. Okay. Opposite numbers are numbers that are the same distance from 0 on a number line, but they're on the other side of 0. Remember, we talked about this. You're going to write those words in those blanks as you're taking notes. That's how we take notes in this class. It's that easy. Okay. For example, if you have a number line like this and you try to draw it real quickly for yourself, okay, the numbers positive 2 and negative 2 are opposites because here's positive 2 on this number line. Here's negative 2 on the number line. If I look at them and I count from 0, positive 2 is 2 spaces away from 0, 1, 2. And negative 2 is also 2 spaces away from 0, 1, 2. Because of that, positive 2 and negative 2 are opposite numbers. Okay? Can you name another pair of opposites? Great job. Thanks for naming another pair of opposites here for me. Now that we understand opposites, we can talk about integers. Okay? This is the most important word in this whole unit, the word integer, and what it means. Here's what it means. Here's my definition. An integer includes the set of whole numbers, so it's the whole set of whole numbers, but it also includes all of their opposites. We just talked about opposites, so you can figure that out for yourself, or you can look at this example. Okay, the numbers -3, +5, 17, -81, 0, 134, all of those numbers are examples of integers. Okay, -7, -506, those are all integers too. Okay, you can really show yourself what an integer looks like if you look at this number line. Okay, an integer can be any of those numbers that are on those little tick marks. It can go all the way to positive 1,500,000 and all the way down to negative 1,500,000. It even goes further than that. It goes to positive and negative infinity. Okay, but all those numbers on those tick marks are all integers. Okay, there are some real life situations that involve integers like temperature, sea level, and football. If we ever talk about any of those things, or if you ever go outside when it's real cold and it says it's -5 degrees, okay, or you swim in the ocean, or you swim in your pool and you go underneath sea level, you're dealing with opposites when that happens, okay? If a football team loses yards on a play, then they have gotten negative yards on that play. So there's more than that, but there are definitely some real-life situations that involve integers. And you'll see more of those real-life situations when you look at Discovery Textbook throughout the course of this school year, and you can always ask me if you have any questions about where this math would happen to us in the real world, because there's math around us everywhere, okay? Now that we've talked about integers and opposites, we can talk about absolute value. What does absolute value mean? You talked about this in 6th grade a little bit, but here's my definition. Absolute value is a number's distance from 0 on a number line. So if I give you a number like -5 and ask you to find the absolute value of it, these little bars right here, that's the absolute value symbol. If I ask you to find the absolute value of -5, you would need a number line. okay? And you would want to take that number line and find number 5, negative 5 on it. And you want to count to see how far negative 5 away is from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like it's about 5 away from 0. The absolute value of negative 5 is positive 5. Okay? The truth is that absolute value will always be positive because distance can't ever be negative. Hey, I want you to go negative 5 yards away from me right now. That doesn't make any sense. So distance can never be negative. All right, therefore absolute value will always be negative as well. Okay? Any questions about that? If you have any questions about this, you can always ask me during class tomorrow. You can send me an email. Any of those things will work. We're going to move on to this next part, the example part. I'm just going to do a couple of these examples for you. I'm going to ask you to do the rest of it tonight for homework. That's all I'm going to ask you to do. Thanks for watching these notes. Here's a couple of examples. Okay, we're going to graph these integers on a number line with their opposite. Graph each integer and its opposite on a number line. I'm going to do number 1 first. If I look at number 1, it's asking me to graph 5 and negative 5 on a number line. So I'm going to do that. Okay, here's my number line. Here's positive 5 on that number line. It's hanging out right there. And negative 5 is on the number line as well. You can actually see that they are 5 away from 0. So if I go this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, I can actually do the same thing the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, that'll help me get all the way back to 0 on either side. Okay, you're going to look at numbers 1, 2, 5, and 6, and EdPulse is going to ask you what you got for those. It's going to ask you all at one time. So looking at number 1, 2, 5, and 6, you're going to put a greater than, less than, or equal to sign there in each box. Now that you've looked at numbers 1, 2, 5, and 6, you should know that 6 is definitely greater than 4, 7 is definitely greater than negative 8, but then negative 12 is less than 0, because I'd rather have $0 than owe someone $12, and negative 20 is less than negative 15, because negative 20 degrees is colder than negative 15 degrees. Okay, you've done it. You've watched your first math class notes video. Okay, thanks so much for doing that. Please take the time to watch the video again if you need to listen to anything that I said. And in class tomorrow, we'll definitely look at some practice problems and we'll try to understand these integers a little bit better. So if you don't understand it all the way right now, that's okay. That's part of the learning process, and you're going to make mistakes along the way. When we get to class tomorrow, we'll try to fix some of those mistakes, and then we'll try to move on to something else. Okay? Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. Thanks for watching.